So in this video we're going to make some cake pops. You don't need a lot of different things, so I've basically got some sponge cake that's crumbled up. So literally just a normal sponge cake, and you're just going to crumble it up by rubbing it together in your hands until it creates breadcrumbs. Now if you've got a really crusty edge on your cake, you don't want to put that in, as you'll find it's difficult to roll them into balls if you've got the thick edge bit in. So we've just crumbled up the cake crumbs, and we're just going to add some buttercream to that. Now quantity wise, I tend to guess. I just put it in until I'm happy with the texture and consistency of it, but you don't want to put too much in that becomes too sickly that people won't want to eat it. So we're just adding in the buttercream. We're just going to mix that in. So once it's all mixed in, you're going to take some and we're going to roll it into a ball. Now it's a little bit sticky, is mine. I think making it a ball shape is the most difficult bit. And when you've got it into a ball shape, we're just going to put it on here. So I've literally just got a baking sheet that's lined, just so that, not lined, well, it's got greaseproof paper on it, just so that we can put these on here without worrying about them sticking. And you're just going to keep going. You want to try and get them all similar sizes. So I'm going to put these in the fridge now while I'm melting my colour melts. So for these I've got some white ones. I'm using the Renshaws colour melts. They're quite good because you can just stick the pot in the microwave as they are. So we'll get those melted and then I'll show you what I'm going to do. So I've melted my white colour melts, haven't melted the full pot. And I've got my little round cake pops ready to make my little sheep from. And I'm just going to dip my cake pop stick into the colour melts, and I'm going to push that into my cake pop. I'm not going to push it too far in, probably so it comes about halfway through. Okay, and I'll leave that to one side and put it in the next one. So you don't need to put too much of the colour melts on the end of your stick. If you push your stick too far in, you'll find your cake pop will drop down the stick when we turn it the other way around. Now my cake pops are ever so slightly different sizes, but I'm not too worried. They can be a little sheep family, so some can be bigger than others, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to let those set just for a couple of minutes, not too long that my colour melts in here have time to set. Just that I know the stick is secure before dipping in, as sometimes they will drop off when you put them in your colour melts. And I'm going to take my cake pop and I'm just going to dip it into my colour melts, and I'm going to give it a bit of a twist. Trying not to keep it in there too long. The longer you keep it in there, the more likely it is to drop off the stick. So we're just gonna try and gently tap off any extra that's gone there. Now because these are sheep, if you don't get a perfectly smooth finish on them, that's fine. And I'm gonna leave them to dry in a block of polystyrene, so just leave them in there. So our cake pops have set, and what I've got here is some ready coloured Marzipan. So this is the black Renshaws one. It's a lot easier than dyeing something black yourself. So we're going to take a small amount, and I'll just knead it to make it nice and soft. And we're going to start with a ball. Okay, and we're going to make it a little bit more teardrop shaped, like that. And we're going to keep the fat bit as the bottom of our face and the slim bit as the top. Now you might find the marzipan is sticky enough to just push on as it is without having to stick it with anything. Okay, so that's stuck on there. I'm going to use the bottom end of my paintbrush to push in 2 eye sockets, like so. And I'm going to put 2 nostrils in, just using a cocktail stick either side of the nose. Okay, so I'm now going to need 2 ears, so I'm just going to rest that against my paintbrush because at the moment it's wanting to, it's going to topple anyway because of the weight of the head. I'm going to need 2 small balls for the ears, which we're going to roll into teardrop shapes, and I'm just going to flatten them slightly. And these are going to go either side of the head at the top, so we're just going to stick those on like that. And we're going to need 2 round balls now for the eyes. They just want to be small enough that they fit into those eye sockets that we've just made. Okay. So one's a little bit bigger than the other, so I'll take that out and take a little bit off. Try putting that back in again. So that's a little bit better now. And using a bit more of our black marzipan, we're going to make 2 tiny little round balls for the centre of our eyes. And we're just going to push those into the white of the eye, like so. And then you want to do the same for the other eye. Okay, so that's it, that's our little cake pop done. You can be a little bit neater with yours, as mine's dripped the chocolate a little bit near the bottom. But they're quite nice, especially for Easter, so have a go, they're quite easy to do. I'll put up some pictures of them finished. Thank you for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.